Welcome back. Now, earlier you saw us crossing to our reporter Dasen Thathiah at Nottingham Road Brewery Company in KwaZulu-Natal Midlands. Let's go back to him now for the most important part of this crossing, the very important tasting. Dasen, take it away.
Marcel, I promise you, Nkaniso wasn't drunk earlier. It was just that we were in a part of this building where the signal was quite bad. Before we get to the tasting, I just want to show you around the area that I'm in now. It's a lovely deck that's out here. Some people are enjoying some of the craft beer. So it's an entire experience that you get when you come here. There's a shop. There's also a pub that people can enjoy as well. But I still have John Morrow with me. He's the manager of the brewing company. And he says that he has a bit of a surprise for me. John, what do we have?
So we make 8 different beers here, so I've got you a selection of 4 of our best.
4? You realize I still have crossings after this,
You take your time. And then we also make our own gin from an all-grain base, so the same process as making beer. We've got a full distillery here. We make a London dry-style gin, and these are some of the gin and tonics that we make over here for you to try.
Okay, so let's continue this conversation over the tasting. So what do you recommend that I start with?
This is the Whistling Weasel Pale Ale, so it's an English-style pale ale, 4.5% ABV, and that is...
You realize that means nothing to me.
I know, but there are people watching this that do. So it's an English-style pale ale, very drinkable. Our oldest beer was our very first beer that we made, and it's still one of our most popular.
Yeah, and so the taste is quite subtle, right?
It's quite subtle, but there's a nice maltiness in there. We've got some really, really cool stuff going on in that beer, hop-wise and malt-wise as well.
Okay, so we've got a lot to get through, so let's try to get through 1 or 2 more at least.
Try one of our new beers. That's the Summer Ale, the Wobbling Wombat.
The Wobbling Wombat. Am I going to be able to say that after
That's only a
4.1%
now, so that's a lighter beer for the hotter days, like these kind of ones. Very refreshing. Very, very nice, that beer. With an Australian.
Clearly, I'm not a connoisseur because I can't really tell the difference between the two.
This one is our India Pale Ale. So this is a very hoppy beer, also 4.5%, but it's got a lot of different flavors and aromas in that beer. So it's a lot more different than those ones you just had now.
Okay, I think I kind of like this one. Hey? Now we're getting there.
That's my favorite one. All right, then on to the gins. Let's go straight to the gins.
Just explain this to me very quickly. So we know about the beers here, but what are you doing with gin?
Okay, so gin we make from, like I say, the same process as making beer, except we don't add hops to it. So it goes into the fermenter at a very high temperature. We get a higher alcohol out of it. We send it through 3 stills. We've got 11 different botanicals in there. It's a beautiful London dry-style gin, 43% proof, and then we've got all of our...
43. It's a good thing I'm not driving today.
Well, it's with tonic, so you're right.
Let's give it a bash.
Okay, so that's our original over there. That's the basic London dry style. And that's got just some tonic and soda in there. Beautiful. Try it.
Marcel, take a look at this. Okay, I think now we're getting there.
Now we're working. And probably our most popular one, the raspberry, so it's almost a pink gin. Try that one out. It's got real raspberries in it, so we macerate raspberries for that.
So now I'm really having a pink drink.
You really are. But it's 2018, it's almost 2019, so there's no such thing as a gurney drink anymore.
That's right. This is tasty.
It's a beautiful one, hey?
In fact, I think I like these more than the beers.
That's up to you. That's kind of the reason that we did it. Now we can have a whole variety of stuff for all the different drinkers.
And just lastly, let's look at the one in the end.
Pineapple. That's, once again, using real pineapple in there. And it's not a traditional G&T, but it's become one of our most popular. And I think you'll see that when you try it.
I see why.
Yeah, it's a beautiful tropical.
I think I'm going to hold on to this one.
It's a good one to end with, I think.
Yeah. So what do you normally, offer those that come here? And do you cater to a lot of international tourists? Or is it mostly locals?
We do a lot of tourists, but we also get a lot of people coming from Durbs going that way and Joburg going that way. We do obviously have the tap room here, so we do entertain a lot of different people out here on the deck. A lot of people stay over here at Warden's Hotel and enjoy the bar down there with all of our bits and pieces. And then, like we've just done now, I do a lot of tours and tastings for folks.
And the shop. So apart from the drinking, you can get
we've
some
got
gear
merchandise, beer, everything for sale in that shop over there. One of the few breweries in the country that actually do that kind of thing.
So I think, John, thanks for that. I think we're going to continue this tasting off camera. I've got a designated driver. So, Marcel, I'm going to leave it there and just have the last bit of this.
Dasen Thathiah, you are torturing us here in the studio. The Best Job Award goes to you. Coming to us live there from the Nottingham Road Brewery Company in the KZN Midlands. I've been there, very much worth a visit. Now,